Hey guys, Aaron with Integrity Canine, and today we are wrapping up our training sessions with Sirius. Sirius is about a 5.5, 6 month old mini schnauzer, and he has just been a ton of fun. Some of the complaints coming into this were barking in the house. They've got little kids, lots of energy, and that brings out energy in the terrier group, especially with the schnauzer. And so what we've done is, because he stays with us in the home, we've replicated that with our own boys, with our own pack of dogs, and I have seen some of that behavior come out, and we're able to work on that in the home. In addition to that, we started to go into basic obedience with him and moved into some advanced work. One of the things that he really would not do, refused to do, was as stubborn as a mule was walking on a leash. And so you'd put a leash on him and he would just completely lock down. He would sprawl out on the floor and you'd almost have to drag him like a dust mop if you wanted to go anywhere with him. And so we really worked on that. Very, very slow process getting there. But once we got through that, which took longer than usual, then he understood that leash pressure and we could start to implement some other things. So we are using treats with him. He is treat motivated to some degree. And we are using a regular clip-on leash today. So that's an improvement. And then we are using an e-collar, but this one's a little different. This is vibrate only. However, with Educator, it does have the AI remote, so I can scale it up from 5 as our baseline all the way up to 100. And then the side button that vibrates typically on your standard collar still does the same thing at a fixed rate. So he's responded very well to this. I like this combination for this type of dog. When you consider how timid he was with the leash, how with his lack of self-confidence and all the things, this seemed to be a perfect fit for him. And so we're at Lowe's today. He has not been in this store yet. Because we took it so slow. He's been in other places like Tractor Supply, and he's been in some preschools and some different things like that, but in some offices. And so this is really a good test for him to see how he does in a new environment. We'll be working on loose leash heel. We'll be doing some place commands, sit, down, distance, duration, distractions, that kind of stuff. And of course, we have the distractions of the people. We'll have some carts and some different things going on. And we'll see if we go into a drag leash heel, possibly an off leash heel. Kind of depends on which managers are here today. And then we'll just see how he does. So follow along, and we'll kind of coach you through some things as we go through the store here. So with that, we'll start him out with loose leash heel. Come here, attaboy. Sirius, come here, sit. So in loose leash heel, I want to start out in a sit when possible. He is on my left hand side. I'm going to take in some of the slack from this so that I'm creating a boundary. So if he ever feels that little bit of a pressure, he should come back in, so I never have a dog that's fighting on the leash all the time. The other thing that I can do is I can stimulate with the vibrate here, and that gets his attention back to me. So you'll see that a lot whenever he sees people, especially little children. He loves children. Then I might vibrate and say leave it and get him back on track with me. But follow along and let's just see how he does. Sirius, heel. Come on. Attaboy. Attaboy right here. Good. Good boy. Good heel. Good boy, good sit. So what we're demonstrating here is the place command. So what I want to do is bring him up to a platform, such as this push cart, tell him to place, get him to jump up there, and then I'll put him into a sit or a down. Basically, the rules are you can stay on this, say he's going to be here for an hour, which is the case whenever I take him to the office with me, put him on place, and he's going to be there for a while. If he needs to stand up and get more comfortable, lay down, whatever, as long as he stays in the parameters. Now, this is a big, hey, thank you. This is a large base for a little dog like this, and that's still okay. Smaller or bigger doesn't really matter as long as he fits on it and he's comfortable. So whenever I'm done with that, we'll create some distance, do a little bit. Of course, people coming by have been good distractions for us. Then I can tell them to come to me and go into a sit, or I can say break, break, attaboy, come on. Come here, Sirius. Oh boy, good job. And I'm going to reward him. You can see how timid he was. Now with these carts, they're metal. So they make a little bit of noise with their claws. They're also cold. So it's a little different surface than what he's typically used to. And so that's good. I like to do that kind of stuff to build his confidence. Place, good, sit. With bigger dogs, these will move around a little bit. With him, I'm not really gonna push it around or anything like that, but down. Good boy, good down, good down. And then we'll create that distance. And this is especially useful in the home. So when he goes home, putting him on place like this while the kids are running around and going crazy allows us a chance to remove him from a situation, practice his obedience, and get him to a place where he's not getting so excited that we can't get him to wind down. If he starts barking or anything like that, then we can put him on place. He knows the parameters there. And so it really helps for structure in the home. It helps to build confidence in public and all of those things. So this is really, really one of the best exercises, I think, for a dog. Come on, break. Good boy, good boy. We are giving him treats today because he loves them, and it does help to encourage him to do what we're asking. That's something that over time we can expect to be weaned off of. Sirius, heel. Come on, let's go. Attaboy. Good boy. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to drop the leash and we're going to do a drag leash heel. It's kind of a modified off leash, and we're going to go up by the registers, and that allows me the opportunity to step on the leash if something goes wrong, but also it kind of satisfies the leash rule that a lot of places have that don't acknowledge the e-collar as a leash, and so I can just pick it up if pressed about it. So, all right, you ready? Come on, heel. Good. Good boy. Good boy, heel. Come on. Good boy. Good sit. Good boy, good sit. So here we're just going to do a little bit of a duration sit, not for too long, but just enough with all the activity to show that he's holding pretty well. If he gets up to move, I can use my body pressure to put him back into place. You can use the e-collar, or if I was holding the leash, I could use that. But right now, we're just going to back up, give him some space, see if we have a couple people walk by, and then we'll continue. Good boy. And now that was a great little test, just because those carts can be pretty scary to a little dog. So here we're going to take off the leash and we're going to start walking down the paint aisles and see if we can do some true off-leash heel here at Lowe's today. Good boy. All right, Sirius, come on, heel. Good boy. And that's serious. I would really, to consider where this dog started and where he's at today is just night and day. Just a huge difference for this dog. So excited to see him go home and to live his best life with his family. Remember, discipline is freedom. And so the more discipline he has, the more freedoms he's going to be allowed. The one hang up that we had today, you may have noticed, was off leash. Walked past a gentleman that was holding a dog, and so there was a smell there that Sirius hit on, and then he was surrounded by people, but he got back on track. Recall was on point, came back to me, and we continued on. So I can consider that a win. So he always draws a crowd. So with that, man, check out his playlist and see how he progressed through the last couple weeks. And man, let me know if I can help you if you have any questions.